Ready. I'm going to play the music and then you. Oh, there you go. Hallelujah. Hallelujah goes right there, and amen goes right there. That was the phenomenal musicians from over there on our Southern Indiana campus. And I'll tell you the story behind that here in a bit. But good evening to you. Good evening to you, each and every one of you. Come on into the room. Guess what? I can see you. I'm going to call you out by name. It's Jerry Gibson, Shareem Wicks, to Zara Myers. How y'all doing? Come on in to the room. Welcome to the pre-worship experience. I'm your host, Miss Crystal Goodner Spratt. And so those were our Southern Indiana. They were actually former and current Southern Indiana musicians. It's got Titus and TJ Harden and Quan, and all of those brothers came together to practice so they could send their brother off. And I'm talking about Brother Rico Foreman. We lost him last week. He succumbed after his short battle with cancer, but his brothers came together to give him a very mighty and anointed send-off. His funeral was held today at what church was it, y'all? Okay. Yes. His funeral was held today, and we just want to let Rico and his family know that we love him. We are praying for him. And I tell you, your church family is here for you. So coming up on Sunday, we're going to have a really wonderful tribute for our Rico Foreman from his brothers, our musicians. But I tell you, there's no one like him. Hello, happy Wednesday. Burnett Avenue. There it goes. I'm sorry. Hey guys, we are live. Welcome to the pre-worship experience. Again, I'm your host, Miss Crystal Goodner Spratt. Service begins at 7 p.m. and Rev has a powerful word just for you. To call things by their right name is going to be our title tonight for Bible study. So be sure to be a digital disciple, share this broadcast, and let someone you know that needs to hear a mighty word to come on in and join with us this evening on lifting up the name of the Lord. Well, you guys, when you hear this woman's name, most of the time you think of events, and also you might think of faithful servant to her church, St. Stephen Baptist Church. But today she put her talents and her faith and her heart in action to make a difference for the residents of Texas. I'm talking about Miss Michelle Porter, everybody, with her campaign hashtag 502 Water for Texas. She's sporting the shirt. She's making a difference. Welcome, Michelle. How you doing?
I am blessed. Thank you for having me.
Well, Michelle, first off, if anyone has done anything at St. Stephen Church, you're always on the front line when it comes to service, when it comes to, being the hands and feet for Christ here at our church. And no different. Talk about your initiative. Why, how did this all come to be about, and how our members can continue with that second truck?
Wonderful. Thank you again, Crystal, for having me. And like I was telling somebody, a lot of people don't know, I'm originally from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and we grew up in Texas for 2 years. I did as a little girl. So Texas kind of tugs at our heartstrings because we have family and friends, I'm sure, as many people do. And I also work for an assisted living company, and I was on a call last week with my clinical staff, and we were talking about how our residents had to be displaced and they were without power at our communities. And it's hard enough at a young age to be without power and without food, but just our elderly having to experience that. They had to call in They had tractor trailers bringing in medication for our residents and things of that nature. And God just put it on my heart. I literally woke up and told my mom, I was like, we're going to send some water to Texas. And she was just like, okay. I was like, I'm going to send 2 semi trucks of water to Texas, and just put out the call to some friends, family members, some of my church folks. I put a post on social media, said, hey, you guys, details are coming. Who wants to help me get some water to Texas? And it just basically took off from there, Crystal.
The rest is history. You know, Michelle, one of my favorite books I read is the 5-second rule. And I always say this all the time, so please forgive me if I repeat myself. But basically what they're saying is that the Spirit, God will put something on your heart to do. And if you don't act within 5 seconds, the enemy, your inner me, will talk you out of it every time. But if you are brave and courageous and obedient enough to act on those first 5 seconds, miracles can happen. And miracles did happen. Talk about it. You put out the call. The community responded in a major way. And girl, if you need to run around, I understand.
Honey, when I say I literally was on a call with work today because they were talking about the drive, because I shared the information with them because my boss wanted to know how it turned out. And tears just started running down my face just talking about it all over again. When I say partners within the city, I can't thank my St. Stephen Church family, because you all rallied around me and just showed up and showed out yesterday. Sunday schools, just everybody was there. It was good to see from a distance, see my church family finally, but just everybody just came from the city. I even had one lady from Starbucks, saw the story on the news, went around to all the Starbucks, collected water and brought water to our drive yesterday. Just blessed by the city of Louisville, how they just showed up and showed out. We sent 40,000 pounds of water yesterday to Dallas, Texas.
Oh my goodness. Can Michelle can we get her some hearts and some thumbs up and some likes? Girl, I can give you a virtual hug.
That is nothing but
God. What I'm saying? Miracles can happen. Miracles did happen in a major way. And I guess a lot of us don't even think about what it would be like to have to survive a day without access to running water. And these people have been dealing with this for almost 2 weeks now. And from hearing the news reports, they're saying that I'm hoping it's not true, but they're saying they could go several months without water. Is that some of the information that you're hearing?
Yeah, I've heard the same thing. And that was one of the reasons why we chose Dallas and Houston as our locations. And I'm not discounting anywhere else that's been affected by the storms, but those were the 2 cities that I was seeing that had the largest number of people with no water, with no electricity, and they're cold. They're not used to that type of stuff. We don't like it here. Let me speak for me. I don't like it here. But they're not used to those type of situations. So that's why I chose those cities, so we could get as much help as possible to those people that were the most affected. But I'm hearing the same things, that it could be months before they have running water. And we take that for granted, that we can just go in the kitchen and turn on our faucet, or we can just go in the refrigerator and get a drink of water. They have to boil their water. We take it for granted. And I just wanted to do something that could help our brothers and sisters the best that we could.
Michelle, and you're doing such a wonderful thing. I tell you, you're such an angel. Again, if you're just now tuning in, welcome to the pre-worship experience. We are live here with you. We are your jumpstart to Bible study, which begins at 7 p.m. Be a digital disciple. Go ahead and share this broadcast. And you know what? Someone's going to be blessed by the story of Michelle Porter. She is a frontline worker from our community, a nurse. God put it on her spirit to do something amazing for the residents there in Texas. She was obedient, and look at God. 2 semi-trucks, Michelle, filled with bottled waters.
We actually sent one yesterday, and we are working on our second one right now. The one yesterday is headed to Dallas. It'll be there. I talked to the manager today of M&M Cartilage, and they said it'll be there around 9:00 in the morning. So I'm excited just to see the pictures and the footage of those people that will be blessed by that one. And right now we are in the works. We already have water. We had too much water, let me say that, for that truck. So we had to take excess water over to our Family Life Center. So we are accepting donations at the Family Life Center.
That's where I want to be. This is where you all come in at. This is where the church family and all the people that are viewing this broadcast now on the eCampus, you've got 2 ways to support this initiative. Michelle, tell them the ways that they can get in on this giving.
Thank you. Right now, as we are preparing to figure out which day the next truck is going to leave with the second load that's going to go to Houston, we got one headed to Dallas. Our second one is going to Houston. You can drop off water donations at the Family Life Center in the meantime, because as I was telling Crystal, we had too much water for our first truck, so we had to start storing it at the Family Life Center. So we are still collecting water donations until the next truck leaves, as well as we are taking monetary donations at $502 water, the number 4 Texas. So we are still taking monetary donations to help us offset the cost of the semis that are taking the water, as well as to purchase additional water that we can bless our brothers and sisters with in Texas.
All right. So if you can't make it down to the Family Life Center with your case of water, all you have to do is simply click on that icon, go to pick up your phone, click on the Cash App icon, put in that cash tag $502 water for Texas, $502 water for Texas, to help purchase more cases of water. But were you honest with them that you're paying for the semi truck out of your pocket? So this will go to help offset the cost of the truck, correct?
Exactly. And Crystal, I don't want anybody to think that it's all on me. This has not been a simple, I birthed the idea, and I'm not gonna say that, not I, God put that idea on my heart. Can't take credit for that. That was all him. But I've had several local organizations who have donated to help sponsor and pay for these trucks. But that's what the donations are going towards, helping us to pay for the semis and getting the water down to our brothers and sisters in Texas.
Well, Michelle, we thank you so much for all that you do, always all what you do for St. Stephen Church, but what you are allowing your heart to reach all the way to Texas and allowing other people to do what God has called us to do. Real quick, before you go, get a little churchy with me for a minute. Talk about the importance of obedience, of putting what God puts on your heart. Why do you think it's so important?
Crystal, because if we don't listen to him and do what he tells us to do, we can't bless others. We can't teach them about his word. We can't show them how being faithful and obedient how he's shown out in our life, how it has blessed us. So we have to be obedient to his word and what he tells us to do. And like you said, if you don't act on it, the devil's going to try to talk you out of it, because he'll try. Even once I acted on it, I was like, I was telling you.
Start talking yourself out of it.
Yeah, you start talking yourself out of it, like, I shouldn't have done this, or it's not going to work, or something's going to go wrong. But as long as you trust and have faith, he always comes through.
That is so right. Miss Michelle Porter, I'm going to tell you a powerful thing I heard a preacher say one time. He said, your miracle is on the other side of your obedience. And so I see so many blessings raining down on heaven from you, Michelle, for all that you've done and for all that you do. Again, real quick, give them the information on how they can help out.
Yes, it is $502 water, the number 4 Texas. That is the Cash App to make donations, as well as you can physically bring water donation. And let me specify, we need cases of water because we have to stack it on pallets on the semis, and then we are shrink wrapping it. So as you see in this picture, make sure they're cases of water, not the individual bottles of water, so we can put it on the pallets and then shrink wrap it. And I just want to say thank you to my church family for just rallying around me and supporting me with this initiative, as well as the city of Louisville and all of the partners who helped me to make this happen.
Michelle Porter, everybody, thank you so much, Michelle. We appreciate you. And stick around for Bible study, okay?
I'll be here. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Michelle. And all you have to do is click out of there. Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the pre-worship experience. I'm your host, Miss Crystal Goodner Spratt. And guess what? Let's see who is in the room right now. We've got Miss Helen Lloyd Summers. Hey, Miss Helen. We've got Charlene Wicks tuned in. How you guys doing? How is your Wednesday going? Are you guys enjoying this weather? Oh my gosh, it's a good excuse to try to get in a little bit of exercise during this time. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Wednesday. If you're just now tuning in, we started off the top of this segment with some music from our music ministry, and I thought it was just the coolest thing. Current and former members of our musician team here at St. Stephen Baptist Church, the Southern Indiana campus, came together to give a anointed send-off for our brother Rico Foreman, who passed away late I think over the weekend after a short battle with cancer. Thoughts and prayers are going to his wife and his family, and we are keeping up the family lifted up during this time. And so his funeral was today, but coming up on Sunday, we have got a wonderful tribute for him. He was, I believe he was, people were talking and sharing their stories about Rico, and I believe that he has been a part of St. Stephen Church or a member, playing the bass for St. Stephen Church for almost about 18 years, 17 years. So, just a phenomenal person, such a phenomenal person. Hey, welcome to the pre-worship experience. Worship begins at 7 p.m. Bible study begins at 7 p.m. And Rev has a word for you. And tonight's sermon title is To Call Things by Their Right Name. What are you answering to? To call things by their right name. Yes, Miss Helen Lloyd says that she tuned into the funeral. Did you watch the funeral today? It was held at Burnett Avenue Church, and Miss Helen said that it was absolutely beautiful. So I haven't done this in a long time, so I'm going to allot this time to do some shout outs real quick, and then we're going to get into news of what's going on here at St. Stephen Baptist Church. So let's see who is all tuned in right now. We have got Miss Charlene Wicks. How are you doing? Hope your Wednesday is going well. Miss Gail Johnson's giving me a heart. Love you, girl. Thank you so much for taking the time to tune in. Miss Mia Mitchell Chandler is watching. Could you tell us where you're watching from? We want to shout you out. Go ahead and put that in the comment section below. Oh, you were there, Miss Helen. She said she was there. I could only imagine what the presence was like at that service. Tell us where you are watching at, and we are so glad that you decided to join us this evening for Bible study. Bible study begins at 7 p.m. and we are your jump start to Bible study. So as more people are getting ready to come into the room, and as they are coming into the room and finding their seat, let's go ahead and look at what's going on here at St. Stephen Baptist Church. Did you guys get a chance to check out my interview that I did on Sunday with my good friend Tracy Tarver, who was named as an ambassador for the American Heart Association? And she talked about how Rev did one of his daily devotionals, truly blessed her life. She said she was going through a divorce and it was created on her birthday. And she said that just touched her so much. She almost felt as if the Lord was speaking right to her. And that's what it means when you have a shepherd. God is speaking directly through our pastor to you. And if you want more of that word, be sure to check out our daily devotionals, powerful points to ponder daily devotionals with Dr. Kevin Cosby. And this week he is tackling God will order your steps, but it's up to you to move your feet. Ooh, that will preach. God will order your steps, but it is up to you to move your feet. This broadcast is going to be available across all of our digital platforms, and it's released every morning at 8 a.m. And the beauty of that is that you can go back and watch it if you miss it. And don't forget, those platforms are ssclive.tv, YouTube, Facebook, and there you go. And that's how you can get in on the powerful points to ponder. Got to shout out Miss Mia Mitchell. She said that she was a former Bossy member. I was too, Miss Mia. I was too. I sang in the Southern Indiana Choir, and I have memories of just seeing Rick. He was just such a devoted member of our music department, and he definitely will be missed. All right, coming up this Sunday, it is Legacy Day here at the Stephen. We are going to be celebrating the Legacy Choir coming up this Sunday, February 28th. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be a powerful word from Dr. Cosby, as well as music featuring, y'all get ready for this, Reverend Michael Fry and singer and songwriter Colette Bridgewater. Worship will begin at 9:30. And y'all know when when they unleash Reverend Michael Fry, it's going to be a kicking good time. And so, we are going to have church. On the pre-worship experience, we are going to be doing an interview with one of the Legacy Choir members. So you don't want to miss that. The pre-worship show on Sunday is at 9 o'clock and service begins at 9:30. Okay, so be sure to join us. Hey, don't forget, St. Stephen will be a site for COVID testing on this Sunday as well. No out-of-pocket expense. If you've not had a COVID test, here is your chance. And that's going to be taking place this Sunday from 11 to 4 right here at St. Stephen Baptist Church. So go ahead, share this information, tell everyone you know. And this event is sponsored by WellCare Health Plan and Blue Water Labs. We thank them so much for their support. Park Duval Community Center are receiving applications for their WIC program. It's a powerful tool to improve both the health and the nutrition status of our community. And those who are available to take part in this program are pregnant women, new moms, both breastfeeding and not breastfeeding, and babies all the way up to their first birthday, and children from ages 1 to 5. To apply, you can call 774-4401, and the extension you want to hit is 1212. Again, 774-4401, extension 1212. And you can also call that number if you have any questions. Hey, beginning March 3rd, the St. Stephen Men's Ministry Book Club, they've got a new book coming up. Let's see. I know it seems as if they are delving in their, okay. They're still doing their book club, and that's every Wednesdays, 8:45 to 10 p.m., and they meet via Zoom. And of course, this is being hosted by Deacon Ed Maxwell and the St. Stephen Men's Ministry. And this month's book is Where Do We Go From Here by Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. So this is a new book, and this is actually the book that we featured for Simmons College and Empower West book read that we had last Monday. And this was the last and final book penned by the great Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. before he was assassinated. His final book, Where Do We Go From Here? And our men's ministry will be delving in this. And so, ladies, tell your husbands or your family members, whatever, any special man in your life to go ahead and take part in this. And fellas, go ahead and get in on that book club experience. It's a really good book. Hey, March is Women's Month here at St. Stephen Church, and the Christian Education Department has a special Sunday school series for us. It is, listen to this, I love this name, More Than Hips, Lips, and Fingertips. You know my glory. Now come hear my story. And so, ladies, get excited because it is going down in a major way. Listen, 2020 tried to shut Women's Day down. Well, they didn't really try, they did. But we are coming back in a major way right here in 2021, and we are super excited about it. And there we go. That is our special guest speaker for Women's Day. We're honored to have our very own, y'all. She's part of the St. Stephen Baptist Church now, Reverend Diane Moffett. She's the president of the Mission Agency of the Presbyterian Church, and she is going to be bringing us our word. Now, ladies, you know it is our time to shine, to not only be poured into, but also pour into the house. Don't forget about your Women's Day commitment of $150 above your tithes and offering. Again, Women's Day commitment this year is $150 above your tithes and offering. And we're asking ladies to wear Black with pops of red or pink. And if you have any questions about any of the events going on for Women's Day, you can send them an email at sis@ssclive.org. That's sis@ssclive.org. Let's see. All right. Don't forget, all of this information is available on our website. You know, I know a lot of people probably watching. They're like, how do I get my birthday on there? How do I get my anniversary shout out on there? There's been a death in my family. How can I get connected? And that's the email right there. You can send us an email at info@ssclive.org, info@ssclive.org. Hello, come on into the room. Listen, y'all, I've just told I've got 5 minutes left. 5 minutes left. Worship begins at 7 p.m. and Rev has a wonderful word for you. The title is To Call Things by Their Right Name. To call things by their right name. And y'all lift our pastor up. He's had a long day today. He had to preach at a funeral today and all of the other like meetings, and he is still coming to bring us a word. So everybody just send a prayer and lift our pastor up as he prepares to give us a word on this evening. Hey, we thank you as always for supporting St. Stephen Baptist Church. I tell you, we couldn't do what we do if it had not been for you. And that leads us on ways that you can continue to support the works of this ministry. You can always give via our app. From what I'm understanding, this is a pretty popular way to give. Be sure to download the St. Stephen app in our app store, in the Google Play or the Apple Store. Download our app. You can mail in your tithes and offering. Make sure you make it to the attention of our trustees board. And our address is 1018 South 15th Street, Louisville, Kentucky 40210. You can always give online. Visit us online. Our web address is ssclive.org, ssclive.org. And all you simply have to do is hit the Give tab. And that's how you can give on our website. Cash App. Who doesn't love Cash App? There's our cash tag right there, $ SSC Live #1, $ SSC Live #1. And last but not least, you can text to give. Text the amount to SSC Live to 77977. That's SSC Live to 77977. I see you all still coming into the room. Let me do a little bit of shout outs before we got to get out of here. And then we're going to get to our birthday celebrations. Let's see. Hello, everybody. Let us know where you are watching from. We thank you so much for taking the time to join us this evening. We are your jump start to Bible study, and go ahead and be a digital disciple and share this broadcast. Miss Tarza Mays is watching. Miss Tarza Mays, Margaret Edelin, Miss Teresa McKee is watching. And so we say hello to each and every one of you. Hello. Gregory and Jeanette Stevens of Hardin County are tuned in. How are you guys doing? Hope you're having a wonderful Wednesday. Y'all ready to get into this word tonight? I know I am. All right, let's do our celebrations, our birthday celebrations. I want to say happy birthday to Miss Regina Hicks. I feel like I need the happy birthday song playing in the background for me. We want to say happy birthday to Miss Colette Bridgewater's mother-in-law, Miss Doris Bridgewater. Happy birthday, Miss Doris. I hope you're having a wonderful birthday. Mr. David Hudson is celebrating a birthday, and Miss Deandra Cole. Deandra, are you back in the city yet? You made all of us jealous with the pictures that you were posting on your social media of your trip out there to Colorado. It was absolutely beautiful, and hope you had a wonderful time, and hope you have a wonderful birthday. Mr. Rondell Browder. Rondell, we love you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Hope you had an amazing day, and we like that gift you got. It looked pretty nice, Rondell. We're going to say happy anniversary to Reverend Claude and Lily Royston. They're celebrating their 58th wedding anniversary. Didn't someone from our congregation celebrate their 61st on Sunday? Man, talk about relationship goals. And congratulations to proud parents John and Yolanda Harris, whose daughter, Deacon Tawan Harris, leader of Hardin County's women's ministry, and husband, Devin Harris, are E-Town's first and only Black owner of the professional sports team, the Louisville Extreme. Oh my gosh, we've got to dig deeper in that story. But congratulations to the Harrises on what a wonderful accomplishment. Congratulations to you. Congratulations to Jelena Hall, who was recognized as Hardin County, Kentucky's Wednesday's Woman, and she was recognized for her work as an intern, as Mission Hope for Kids Youth Coordinator, and she is completing her master's degree from Western Kentucky University. Woo! So you guys are doing so many wonderful things here at St. Stephen Church across all of our campuses. That's why I'm winded. Y'all are doing such wonderful things, and you're making us proud. Look at that time. It is about time for us to get out of here, and enjoyed spending this time with you. Are you guys ready? Are you ready for the word? Are you ready to hear a word from the Lord? Well, worship begins now. Do us a favor. Be a digital disciple. Share this broadcast